It's 3 p.m., and this is the meeting of the Southside Fire Station Building Committee, August 26th, 2025. Please note that this meeting is being televised, streamed, or recorded by Bourne TV. If anyone in the audience is recording or videotaping, please acknowledge such at this time. The use of flash photography during the Southside Fire Station meetings is prohibited. If anyone from the public wishes to access the meeting, they can do so by calling the following conference line: 1-929-205-6099. The Zoom meeting ID is 891-0327-7696, and the password is all capital letters SSFS. Please note that the Zoom chat will not be monitored. However, participants who wish to speak must raise the hand icon until the chair asks them to unmute. All meetings within this meeting agenda are subject to deliberation and votes. So I'll call the meeting to order. Our secretary is not here today, so I'll take attendance.
Rob's online.
He's online. Yeah.
He's online.
He's online. He asked me to take attendance for him, so I'll take the attendance. Chief Polonzi.
Here.
Gene Azarovitz. Here. Carol Lynch.
Here.
Thank you. Deputy Lima.
Yep.
Scott Meyer. William Dusty Meyer.
Here.
Peter Lindberg.
Here.
Rob Christensen.
Here.
The chair, Wayne Sampson, is here. And we also have Mark Sicosio and Rick Pomeroy. Correct? Thank you. Can we have an update from Mark, please? Rick, want to go first?
Rick wants to go first. I'm going to go first.
I'll change you on the agenda.
Oh, thank you. And Kelsey Lee from Sicosio.
And Kelsey.
Lynn, sorry.
Elaine.
Ling.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, good afternoon. Mark and Kelsey are going to do a presentation for you today. Just a couple of updates for you. We do not have any invoices. It's not the end of the month yet, so this month's invoices will come to you next month. We have been working quite well. Our weekly meetings are continuing, and we're making great progress. You'll see that today. We do have a schedule update for you. I'll pass that around. We have slipped a little bit in the schedule, but not the overall schedule, just kind of our deliverables at this period of time. We're about a month off, but we're assured that we're going to be not extending our bidding duration. So I'm going to provide you with that information now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have two, one for myself and Meyer. Thank you.
So our goal was to be complete with schematic estimating last month. I think we had described that to you at our last meeting. So we've made some adjustments here. We do have, the schematic estimate was received late yesterday, and we haven't reviewed it and digested it yet. So we'll be prepared to discuss that at our next meeting. But we're looking good, no concerns, so we are on budget. The schedule, we've pushed off a little bit as far as our estimate goes. This is a revised schedule, but we'll make that time up during our design development stage and our construction document phase. And so our goal is to still be out on the street the end of February, first part of March of 2026, with construction breaking ground in mid-May.
So, excuse me, you said that the budget, no, what's going to be out in February? The bids?
Yeah.
By the end, roughly the end of February?
Yeah, end of February. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you kind of accurate view as to where we're at right now, end of August. We just received those estimates in last night. We'll go through those, and we'll be prepared to give you an update on that at our next meeting, as well as a budget update. And it's kind of where we're at right now. A lot of things are going to be happening over the next couple of months. We're going to start talking about our equipment purchases and lining those up. We have contractor pre-qualification that we need to get ready for right before bidding. Because this project will be over $10 million, it's mandatory that we do pre-qualification for all of our contractors. So that process, we'll handle that for you, and we'll involve some of the, probably the members of the fire department and the architectural team to conduct that. We'll be going through all of our, like I said, our equipment schedules, starting to line up our purchases, and kind of what goes into the building, and what the needs will be for the electrical and plumbing, so on and so forth. So it'll be a busy 6 months, but the goal, we're ready to be out to bid right at the end of February.
Okay.
Okay?
And the estimated start date again, please?
If all goes well, we're looking at mid-May of 2026, with a completion in the fall of 2027. Positive notes, there's been some adjustments in the industry right now. We're looking at a lot of contractors are very aggressive. We have several projects out to bid right now, and we're seeing very aggressive numbers. We're just hoping that that stays true for us, as we roll into the first of 26. So, okay.
Any questions from the committee?
No.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. How's everyone?
Afternoon, sir.
Good. So, as Rick said, Kelsey and I'll go through the updates. So we're going to go through the site plan, some plan updates, and then some exterior renditions of what we have based on our meeting from the last time we were here. So the site plan, although it looks similar, there's been adjustments in, we talked about the parking last time. We've located the generator, the patio, the walks, and we're starting to show the articulation of the building as well. We had a very good meeting with the building inspector, and then a follow-up with Mass ADA, Mass Access Board. So there was if you remember, we talked about the elevator access and whether we would need a variance. So I reached out to the Mass Access Board, and they wrote a letter back to the building inspector, who accepted that letter. It was all emails that said that we do not have to apply for a variance, that it's I wouldn't say it's a standing variance, but effectively that's what they said. I'm putting words in their mouth. I don't want to do that, but they agreed, and the building inspector was quite comfortable with that. So we'll eventually, obviously we can't until we apply for the permit. There's some things that we have to do for that. We have to show public spaces, document them. That'll be part of the drawings, and then when we do actually file for a permit, then we'll cover that. So Kelsey can show you, but the public is really only in the lobby and the bathroom. After that, it's strictly firefighters. So that variance, it was not needed, which was good. So I'm moving along with that. So I'm going to have Kelsey go through the plans. Marlene, if you go to the next plan. So we're going to bring you through a little bit of past and present. So we'll highlight the changes, and then I'll come back with some of the exterior changes.
Thanks, Mark. All right, so I won't spend too much time on the previous stuff, but I think it will be helpful in this process to reflect back a little bit. So these exploded axons just show the overall programmatic arrangement, which hasn't changed much since we've last looked at it. So on this first one, the blue highlight is representing the apparatus bay and any support spaces associated with it. Here on this sheet, we have highlighted the administrative offices and the public space, as well as the watch room. And then here we have all the communal spaces highlighted, including the day rooms and the workout area. And then lastly, on the second floor, the wing of bunks and restrooms and laundry.
Could you back up one slide, please? I
Sure.
just want to verify, and I know you discussed this before. So you have 4 doors in the front, you have 1 in the back. Is that for the second ambulance?
The one on the side, the west facade, is intended for the captain's vehicle.
Okay, yes, we had that discussion. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no
Or-
worries.
And frankly, or anything.
Right.
You know, it's as needed, really.
Okay, and then we've seen this before too, so I won't spend too long in it, but this is the proposed mezzanine and alcove area below it. Okay, so getting into plans, these are the previous plans we looked at. So we were looking at 16,000 GSF without the mezzanine, 16,380, I think that says with the mezzanine. And then I think, just scroll right to the next one, if you don't mind. So this GSFs haven't changed all that much. They have gone up slightly, as you can see, and that's mostly because of some of the articulations we've added in elevation. We've been doing some bump outs to just sort of break up the space a little bit, as well as to highlight certain areas. So they have gone up slightly. So we're at 16,350 without the mezzanine and 16,720 with. So just going through what changed, I think most of the changes that have happened recently have been in elevation, but there have been some plan changes. So the one that we'll see more later is that the bump outs have been, some bump outs have been added, I should say, because the 2 at the south were there previously. So there's 2 additional ones on the west facade. One of them occurs at that 5th door on the side. We've got, thank you, as well as a new yes, new bump out on the north, and then one on the east facade as well. Some notable things: EMS and the equipment maintenance swapped, and we were able to massage that area a bit, and it gave us a larger alcove by making that move. So that will give more space to the firefighters for the charging and print station. And then,
Could we just back up? And
Yeah,
you talked about
of
the
course.
bump outs, and what is the purpose of them?
I think it'll be better explained in elevation, but just breaking up that, the mass, because frankly, we don't want it to be just a box.
Okay.
But also, I think it highlights certain areas of the program very well. So for example, that 5th door, and then as we'll see later, it kind of highlights that day room as well. And it also, I think on the east, sort of does a nice job of showing where that stair entry is on that side, and sort of accentuating that entry dash exit as well.
How much the cost for that?
The square footage went up a little bit, so
There's
I
co-
suppose
there's
so.
costs associated, because there's corners versus a straight box, so, but the trade-off is a nicer looking building.
The other changes were a bit smaller, but our watch room shifted in a bit, which, again, it'll be more evident in renderings and elevation, but it provides a nicer entryway. And then our gear room got larger. So we're able to actually fit even more storage in there now than there previously was. I think that's it for the
This is-
first floor changes.
Yeah, really just getting into the nuts and bolts, working in our weekly meetings, working with chief and staff, just constant evolution of the plan. So I think they're small but substantive changes in a lot of ways, just to make
Mhm.
everything fit and be good, so. Upstairs.
All right.
Chief, is the the change in the gear room sufficient enough for what you think you need?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Glad to hear it. So this is the original second floor that we saw last time. So again, the square footages went up slightly. Not as much as the first floor. So second floor, pretty small tweaks for the most part. The kitchen got a little bit bigger, and we just rearranged the layout of the appliances and really started looking more closely at what kind of appliances we want to provide. So I think that space is looking very functional at the moment, now that we've reassessed some of those things. And then also at the bathrooms, we've just done some rearrangement of fixtures as well, for the same reason, just to make the spaces a bit more efficient. And then additionally, we added some storage. So now, when there wasn't before, when you're passing through from the corridor into those bathrooms, there's now a alcove area, a small alcove area where there could be small locker storage for toiletries.
Just details, basically.
Mm-hmm.
We cut down,
Yeah.
you'll see it, you won't really see it in the axon, but we cut down some of the glass that goes into the apparatus bay as well.
Yeah.
Just, because that is expensive, so we had a lot more, and took some of that out. It's all fire rated, so enough to peek in, but not like all glass. We had a lot of it. But it's a good functional plan. As I said, we've gone through this on our regular meetings. We still have the access to the mezzanine, still have the access to the patio in the back, and the kitchen, as Kelsey said, is laid out quite nice now. It's worked well for the department, I think.
All right. On to the next.
Mark, while you were talking about the glass looking down into the apparatus bay, can we just make a note to talk about how the lights work?
The lights in the
In the bay, how the lights work upon return.
So just to refresh your memory, we gave you options at the last meeting, and you selected option A. So what we call it the Cape option at that point. So we'll just wanted to show you where we were, and now these are the straight-on elevations. The one question is still the doors. We're still gathering information. We're actually looking at 4 different types of doors that meet both the hurricane standards. It's sort of moderate price, more than moderate, and then expensive. So we'll give you all those options at the next meeting to really go through it, the speed, all the things that we asked, and Kelsey had a chart last time. I'm not sure if we showed you the chart, but there's a chart that we have all the statistical data about the speed of the doors, the type of the doors, the warranty on the doors. But it wasn't ready for prime time today, but we will have that for you for next meeting. So, and we'll show a drawing of the different options, what they look like now. So we've put.
Excuse me for a second. So, Chief, just quickly about the doors. When the firefighters receive a call, are they getting dressed out on the floor, on the truck floor, or in an individual room?
So right now, our stations aren't set up like this. We're gonna have that gear room separate in this building so that the gear is protected off the apparatus bay. It's not exposed to the diesel exhaust and everything. So realistically, they'd be coming down and grabbing their gear from there and getting dressed there.
Okay. Would it be reasonable at all to have a set of controls in that room for the doors, so that when they're getting dressed, they can open the door?
It's certainly an option. I think, and we talked about this before, basically, by the time the driver gets into he generally will hit the door and then open it. We did not want automatic opening the doors. That's problematic sometimes.
Yeah.
But if that's something we want to look at, certainly, Chief, we can talk about if that makes sense to to have a door opener there as well. It's not, it's a good suggestion.
Just as an option.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's no, I mean, it's relatively
Short
inexpensive.
money to run a set of control
Oh,
zone.
yeah, yeah, it's just set of controls, exactly.
Okay.
So, actually, so this is the biggest change here. These are the elevations, and we're actually showing two different versions, which will be a little more evident in the renderings, but these have double hung windows. This was an older version, so we'll go to the next one, which is the newer version. Some of the changes, we've shown several different types of doors to totally confuse you, but on purpose to get a sense of, this is your traditional door, traditional sectional door that we would be the most common, most cost-effective. This is a heavy-duty, super-duty Lexan door, which meets and exceeds the hurricane standards, but expensive. And this is the coiling door. So just to give you a sense of the different types, and we have a little rendering of that as well. We've gone to casement windows, try to get a little bit away from the residential feel that we had before. And if you just scroll over, Marlene, or down, either way. Nope,
Sorry.
not too far, not too far. Don't get ahead of yourself. So one of the things we did add is, and we're looking at some options. I think this is still a little too big, but we've got the beautiful north light coming in into that day room. So we're really looking to add some light. We're looking at, from our last meeting, we discussed changing this a little bit to have some more operable windows and with a transom above. And you can still see the patio out the back there. The metal roof is the same. And you can see why now I think you start to see the purpose for the bump outs, to sort of give that some character. Otherwise, it would be just one straight wall, and we think the aesthetics wouldn't be as nice. So, and then you can go to the next one now. So this is the version based on what we came with. That's the old version of what we presented last night. That was option A that you picked. And now this is option A with the casement windows. So these open up like this. As I said, it changes the scale a bit. We've also added a lot of the cornice details, the fascia boards, the trim boards. So you're starting to get a little more detail. So we've also just installed the more conventional doors at this point, which it still looks really nice. But we really want some input on this versus the next one, which is this is still the casements, but looking in the back, the entrance door. This is a different, so we're still looking at options. This is all ongoing process. Nothing's quite finished, so different versions. But this is the casement version.
This is a double hung.
Double hung, thank you. Next one. Casements.
So the casement is the crank out.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, they're not actually cranks. They're actually on a door, and they open.
But they're hinged on the side.
They're hinged on the side.
And they
They
can just
swing.
Okay.
And awnings are hinged at the top and swing out.
Right.
Yeah.
or bottom.
But you need the casement, because all these have to be egress windows, at least in the bunk rooms as well. So the awnings won't make the case, won't work for that, but the casements do. And then this is really just playing options of the doors. So we'll get into them a little bit more. So what we're sort of looking, not sort of, I hate when I say that. We're looking for some direction as to if there is a preference between, if you go back, Molly. We like the casement windows. We think that changes the scale of the building. They're very effective. They work well. Limited problems.
Can you talk about the sill height?
Yes. So also with the casement windows, they're down pretty close to the floor because of
The
the.
double hungs.
See? I'm sorry. The double hung windows, they were close to the floor because of the height restrictions and the height, because we basically need a lot of height, so we have enough room for the egress window. The casement windows, we can hold off a little higher off the ground because they open up completely. So, I think I got it right that time.
Yeah.
So casements, casements, yes, double lungs in the back. So if you go back and forth, you sort of get a feel for the different scale, and we like the scale of the casement windows versus the double hung. And we're looking for some feedback. If there is a preference, it's not there's no real cost. They basically balance off on a cost standpoint.
Wayne, is there
Excuse me.
is there any energy efficiency?
Same.
Any of that stuff? Same, all the same. I-
But really pure aesthetics, it really is.
Yeah, I think the casement windows look
Yeah. We seem to
a
all
little
like
less
that.
like a dorm.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Does everybody agree with that?
I like the double hungs.
I will say the double hungs don't give us enough space inside for desks and dressers.
Hence
Like,
the,
Because of the low
in front of, like-
glass.
you have this situation. right here.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
furniture's in
You
front of
can't
the
use the wall.
windows.
So if there isn't a strong, I think we'll go with the casements unless there's some strong,
The casements throughout the whole building, or?
yes. yeah.
Okay. Chief, you okay with that?
Do you want to vote?
Yeah, we could vote on that.
Yeah.
Make a motion, we go with casement windows?
A second?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So we have a motion by Peter and seconded by Jean
Yes.
for casement windows.
Throughout.
There'll be some, just to be clear, these will be fixed windows, and if there's, the transoms here, the transoms over the back, those will be fixed, just so you know. And there will be some fixed windows, but majority of them will be operable. So in other words, in this elevation, these would be fixed and these would be operable.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor and a second. Any discussion? Chief?
Yes. Aye.
Jean?
Yes.
Carol?
That's yes on the casement windows, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Deputy?
Yes.
Dusty?
Yes.
Peter?
Yes.
Rob?
Oh,
Rob?
Rob?
Rob, are you on?
Yes,
Yes.
I am. Can you hear me? Yes.
Gotcha.
Now you're
Give a
right.
thumbs up. That's
And-
close enough.
And I'm a yes, unanimous.
Verify that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay, we gonna move on?
Yes, can you just, for Rob and for Carol, because I've got them collapsed, if they can just interrupt if they want to say something, because I won't see a hand.
Okay. Rob and Carol, did you hear that?
Yes.
If you want to ask a question, just jump right in.
Okay. I had one question. It seemed like the layout inside was flipped from the last time. Like, it just looked, it looked a little different. And
From original.
Like the left side is now on the right side, and so on. So to the public entrance would be on the right, where it was on the left before. It's not a big deal. I just wondered if that was a change for some reason.
So if you go back to the site plan, we flipped it at least two meetings ago.
Correct.
So not last meeting, the meeting before, we presented the options, and the reason we flipped it, predominantly, the main reason was getting the access in, can you see, you can't see.
Yeah.
So. Or can you, I don't know, but the main reason is to get the access on the side door. And it actually works better for the grades as well, so.
Yeah, no, it's good, I just didn't know. And I just wanted to ask one question too about the tree outside, because my
Yeah.
husband and I drove over there and I can see what you mean, that the tree has to come down, there's no way you can, you know,
Correct.
not have it come down, so I just wondered when they would be doing that, or if you're waiting to find out about that.
The tree will be removed when we clear the site for demo, so
Okay. Mhm.
we're we're gonna clear the site completely with the demo crew.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So I changed the entrance.
And if you want, our designer Michael is online. He can show you the 3D image of the building if you want. Take a quick walk around.
Are you done with the slides?
Yes.
Okay, let me stop sharing and then Michael can share.
It looks like he's working. Yeah, that is pretending, I don't know. You with us there? There we go. He can walk you around the building. This is just a little more detail. We will be looking at adding nomenclature, so identifying the doors, some of the signage that we're proposing. This also shows, as he spins around, the grade drop, and on the site plan, we are showing, and it is in the estimate, so there'll be a decent-sized retaining wall. I think it's 6 or 7 feet. Kelsey, do you know the height? I think it's 6 or 7 feet of fill.
Can you hold right there for a minute?
Hold right there, Michael.
Great. So, now the area in front of the building that we see right there,
Here.
is that for public parking?
This is, yes.
All right. Can that also be used as a driveway for the trucks to
Correct.
come in and then go down by the bays and pull out?
So this is a little misleading because this goes all the way out. This is overlaid onto Google Earth at the same time, just to kind of get. So this platform goes all the way to the street.
Right?
So typically the trucks will come in and then back in.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna have room.
Okay,
So
perfect.
it's a circular move and then back in.
So they,
Chief, am I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
And
but
that
you're
way-
right, they could use that area.
right. But this is important because it helps reduce pulling out into the street
Correct.
and stopping traffic.
Yeah,
It's
the idea is that they'll be on the apron exclusively and to make the turn in.
perfect, thank you.
From coming from either direction.
Correct.
Yep.
This is the exit door. As you spin a little bit more, we're still looking at the lights. I'm not sure I love the lights yet, but that door in the back we talked about, the articulation. So first, I mean, basically a square box to make it simple. It's, we've articulated enough that it reads, I think, quite well. I like it. I was always nervous about this project because I don't like that, that I knew it was always gonna be sort of boxy. But I think we've made a good mix of elements. I always like to say we try to get the most bang for our buck and putting our money where we get some good investment out of it and good return. So I think it's shaping up nice. I like the shingle style. It's nice. So a big step, but no. So all that's where the fill is on the site plan.
Okay, I was gonna say, could you point out where the retaining work
Yeah.
is gonna be?
Michael, just go
placed?
over a little. Yeah. So this is real grades, basically off of Google Earth. It's not off the actual site plan, so it's slightly different, but you can see the building literally is out of the ground, so there'll be a wall here, which is on the site plan, and that all gets filled in. 6 or 7 feet, isn't it, Michael? What's the fill?
I think from the furthest point, we had it at 8 feet,
Okay.
if you can see this line here. That's the concrete line.
It probably averages out to somewhere around 6 feet. I think it's 8 at the max, and gets a little better.
It goes upgrade this way
Yeah,
to the street,
right.
so.
And then
just
it
gives you-
flattens out at the parking at that level, yeah.
So that gives you a sense. Is this model set to go inside? Do you want to just show them the apparatus? If you can't, that's fine.
Sure, yep. Bear with me, I'm gonna go through walls here.
Cool.
He's a magician.
Use the door.
So you can see the interior of the apparatus bay. So you have a fair amount of natural light. This is that side door, that's the mezzanine accessible, and these are the windows that are up into the day room. And if you spin a little more, that's that alcove we created by switching those rooms around. So this is a nice work alcove. It's very handy for firefighters to have, for area just for stuff. The windows, and then this is access to the gear room. And then let's just go up to the day room. I feel like I'm going like this, working our way in. And you get a sense for the, so as I said, we think this is a little big now, but as I said, it's beautiful north light, so it's not, we're not getting any direct sunlight in that. So this is where the refrigerators are behind the wall. That's your door to the outside. There's your pantry area, a bar, kitchen. I guess it's pretty self-explanatory. Dining room, window overlooking. And we are looking at vaulting these ceilings in this area as well. Add a little character. So that's pretty much the design update. As I said, at the next meeting, we'll have a full budget update. As Rick said, we've got numbers in. They were encouraging, and we are seeing numbers that are encouraging in the market, which is all good. And we'll get you an answer so we can make a decision on the door type. As we said, we'll probably run an alternate. We may run sort of a moderate price and a more expensive to see where the numbers actually come in at, but that'll be your decision. That'll be something we'll talk about at the next meeting. And with that, I think that's certainly, any other questions? I'm happy to respond.
Any questions, anybody?
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much, sir. Town administrators report.
I don't have much to report. Rick and I will keep working on demolition for the fall, and otherwise we're just continuing on.
Any update on the asbestos? I know that was.
No, we'll keep working on getting that out first. So we have not put that out to bid yet. I will let you know when we issue that bid.
Okay. Wasn't there some discussion that you were trying to figure out whether you had to do the whole building or?
Yeah,
just parts?
we're still trying to figure out how to get rid of that
Okay,
adhesive.
great. And you're still holding weekly meetings with Rick and Mark and the chief on daily questions that come up?
Yep.
Great. Chief, any updates?
Nothing else to add?
I think I'll put you on first next month so that you have.
They do a much better job than I.
Okay. Do we have any invoices?
Not this meeting, you will next meeting.
Okay. Any questions from committee members? Seeing none. Do we have a motion for approval of the prior minutes from July 24th?
So moved.
I'll second name.
Motion by Peter and seconded by Carol. Any discussion? Okay. Chief,
Yes.
Jean,
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Deputy,
Yes.
Dusty,
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
I'm a yes as well. Unanimous on that.
Wayne?
Yes.
Can I just, is the committee generally happy with the course we're on? Is everybody okay with what we're doing?
I like the fact that we're meeting very consistently, that we have a consistent agenda, that we have monthly reports that give us a very good update. I like the fact that you're meeting with them and the chief weekly and handling the small issues as they come up. I think we're going very well. We're seeing steady, consistent movement right now.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I don't know if it's possible if we had a ledger sheet for our expenses and what we've authorized and what.
So I'm happy to speak to that a little bit. So right now, because the only invoices we have are the designer contracts, we don't have a formal process yet. But when we get into construction, there will be we'll be reconciling monthly. And you'll get a budget update from Rick every month, kind of a line by line budget.
Okay.
Once we have the award and we know what the construction project is. And that will be reviewed monthly with finance. So we'll be sitting down internally with Rick and the finance department and reconciling that line by line, once we get into payment requisitions.
Okay. Just looking out for our fellow taxpayers, that's all.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that format as well.
Right.
Yeah, I really do appreciate the details that are coming forward too. It's a thoughtful design, and I think it's headed in the right direction. And not rushing too much, which is good, but staying on track, so.
Good. All right. We have approval of the minutes. Just clarifying, our next three dates are September 23rd, October 28th, and we can talk about November 25th. That's a couple days before Thanksgiving.
That is Thanksgiving week.
Right. So if you want to move it up to the week before, something we can talk about.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yep. Why don't we talk about that next meeting?
That's fine.
Actually, why don't we talk about all the holidays?
Yeah.
Next meeting.
Yeah.
And we'll set up the schedule.
It's
Yeah.
kind of early to know, Squidge. I'm not going home and say, dear, we're going to be here.
I have my calendar with me. I'm already into January of next year. So, all right. Do we have a meeting a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Peter
Second.
and Jean. Chief,
Yes.
Jean,
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Deputy,
Yes.
Dusty,
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
and I'm a yes. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody.